how to create super quick displacement or distortion effects in Affinity Photo live, super quick, super easy, PC or Mac. The first thing to do, go to the Layers panel. You can find that in the Window menu and Layers. With this selected, this layer here, right click and Duplicate. Now I've got this duplicate, I can now go here and I can toggle the visibility. Just go here, you see a little dot, just click that. Now it's not visible. I want to work with this one, the background. So I'm just going to click here. With this selected, I can now apply live filter effects. I could apply filters, but that's a destructive effect. I want this to be live so I can modify it at any time. So what I'm going to do, going to go to Layer, New Live Filter Layer, and I'm going to go down here to Colors and Procedural Texture. In Procedural Texture, there's a number of filters, loads of different options, all available here via the presets. So I'm just going to click here and go down here to this one, Smooth Bars, a great starting point. So Smooth Bars, and you can see this effect. Now you can modify the smoothing, so you get a nice blurring effect. You can also modify this setting. I'm going to set it to 200, so you get a lot of thin lines. Great thing about this filter and panel is you can just drag this out because I need a bit more space to work with this. You could use this one, the RX one, perfectly reasonable feature, but I want a radial or circular effect. And the great way of doing that, simply just go here. Instead of using just RX, you can then make a bracket around it and then RX times RX. Now RX is for the horizontal. So that's bracket around there. Now want a plus there. Don't put the bracket around there. What you need to do is now RY times RY and bracket. So you've got now where you had before RX, you've now got a bracket RX times RX plus RY times RY bracket. That's the key thing. Please use that formula and you'll get a radial effect. So let's just do it. Just tap off and you get that. Well, you think, well, it's not exactly helpful because it's a lot of very small circles. Well, what I need to now do is manipulate this as well, the W, and do exactly the same. So instead of just W, which is the width across, this time you need to put a bracket again, and again times W, again the width, plus, and then H, that's the height of the image there, times H, bracket again. Now, tab off. Now you get that. So this is a lovely circular design. Well, you can manipulate it further. You could, of course, if you want, maybe make it 400, say. Up to you. And you can also increase the smoothing as well. So with that, I can now close it. I can also set this as well, which I think is more useful. Looks nicer in the end. So I'm just going to go with Preserve Alpha. So select that. Okay. Close it. Now go to this one. I want to see it again, so I'm just going to click here and make some toggle visibility. Now this effect is still there, but it's underlined now. It's the background layer, those radial circles. Now what I can now do is I can go up here again. I could use the filters, but I'm going to go with Layer again, New Live Filter Layer, Distort, and this time I'm going to go for Displace. So Displace, and now I can go here. And you can see at the bottom here, you've got Load Map from Layers Beneath. So let's just click there. And you can see now you get that effect. And you can see now when you do that. Now, again, I would suggest maybe click that, or it's up to you. Just change it. You can just set it whatever you want. I'm going to go with that on. But you can modify the strength. So you can see as you do it, you get this lovely ripple effect. And I'm going to close it now. So I've got that. I've got a lovely distortion there. But say you think, I think that the position for the distortion should be in one of the corners. I don't like it in the centre. Well, if you did it the old-fashioned way, filters, then you wouldn't be able to change it other than just undoing at a later point and decide, you know what, I don't want this effect there. I want it over here instead. Well, now, because it's all live, I can change it. Okay, what I need to do is I'm just going to select here again, this toggle. So I turn it off, and you can see your design there again. Make certain you go for this layer. It needs to be that layer. No point trying to affect it otherwise. So click and it brings up this panel. In this panel now, what you can do is you can move this, because these are RX and RY. You can move this central point. Just drag it. You can see you can move it around. So you can put it up here, down there, or anywhere. You can even slide it off completely. So you could decide, you know what, I want it off the image. I'm just going to put it up in the top corner. And also, you could say, oh, you know what, I thought it was a bit tense, maybe too much, maybe put it to 100. So I can just change it down to 100. Well, once you've done that, close it, and then you can go back here again. Go back to this layer, make certain that layer is selected, and also just toggle the visibility again, make certain you just click there. Now, nothing's changed at this point because it hasn't been updated as far as this filter is concerned. So click here again. Now, load map from layers beneath. You have to click it again. It doesn't seem to remember or work out that it's changed. So click there, and now it's got it up there. And again, you decide, you know what, I want that or that, up to you, which one you think is best. You might prefer that one or that one. And now it's in that new position. You can also, of course, continue to modify this. So you might decide, you know what, I want that setting to be different as well. So you can just change it and tweak it like that. And I'm going to close that now. So you've got that change. And of course, this effect can still be modified further. It doesn't need to remain as this. So what you can do, you can always go to this one. And again, just deselect that one, go to this one here, and you can modify it again if you want. So just click here and then tweak the settings here. You can change the RX, change the RY. Also, you can add additional live filter effects in between that. So it will still remain live. So let's just go for another effect. So this time maybe go to layer and new live filter layer and go to distort. Maybe let's add a twirl into it. So twirl there. And with twirl, I can then change the angle and change the radius. And you can see you get that sort of effect. And then close that. Now that's in between there and that one. Again, it will be used with that displace filter. So now let's just go back again. Just go back to this layer. That's the key thing. And now store it, put it back on again. Now again, click here. And now this is just this one, just this square here, if you're wondering about what I'm actually clicking. Then I can go here again, load map from layer beneath. And you can see now the twirl comes in. So you've got this lovely twirl effect. And then you can modify this, gain strength, change that to create an interesting twirl effect very quickly as well. And close that. And of course you can expand it out. You can add other displacements as well. You can duplicate this as well. So if you want, you can always, with this selected, right click, and you can duplicate. And then you get an additional effect, which they're independent. This displacement map is different from this one. So click here, and this one, I can change it. So I can just change it, maybe make it less or go the other way. And you can see then you get some really interesting combinations there just by applying it like that. And that is a way of creating a very unusual displacement effect in Affinity Photo using live filters that you can modify at any point. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. A like or dislike, always appreciated. Bye.